fix the camera because now I can move it, as before I could not. So, kind of upset me that I couldn't get that under control on the first one, but no, there we go. Turn that back down. There. So now I can play the deadgum game the way it was supposed to be. Okay, we still good. So now, oh, come on.
The deep cut.
No. There. It's gonna take some while to get used to these controls. Oof. It's not very streamlined. Getting some FPS drop. Oof. Got one problem and another one arises. Camera. Go down in field of view. Camera shade. Let's go down to not very good, but alright. This wasn't working earlier. Okay. Okay. Reload.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight.
Gear.
That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Took me a while to get used to.
The morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Wonder what you could make with that. Watch it. Careful of rope burns. Those burn. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the sink.
Okay, found the puzzle. Okay. S. So
Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
Alright, thank you much.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Flash the slash. Well placed.
I want to reload.
Swoon. Don't stop pounding that one. That's going to leave a mark. Pow! Switched off the lights. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Finders keepers. That's the good stuff. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds... He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen out... The legend of the one-eyed child. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark. A facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did... He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back. But he's grateful. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed After the... Had it not...
Really?
Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Muma knows you are here. You're such a good child, so you probably did. Even... The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow interlinked with this little tree here, fueling its source of life.
Oh. Don't go swimming in the water, kids. The Nono's key energy is just what... You'll need... You handle that net like you... He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of... Oh,
it'll need a continuous flux of ki over the... But...
Alright.
He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma comes looking for you. You did good here today.
Okay, that was weird.
He lost you there for a while, but no memory is alone. The tree started to die when the end of days begun. Records tell of the ruinous devastation. His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route.
Alright.
Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Majut and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Out of date says his friends are... He wants you to understand that you'll all die if the tree isn't... He claims names. Regardless, you'll meet again once you've played your part in the Tribe War and the situation with the World Eaters. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault
Took me
from
a
the
while to
world
get past the
eaters.
starting zone because of all the issues, but just can't get up there.
A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see.
Okay, so that's fine.
That must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. That's not the first nor the last village it'll leave in its wake. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues, even if the trio... Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged, not by your intentions. He can't understand why you'd do such a thing. He won't make it out of here on his own.
Good work, clever clogs. Let me guide you into the dark.
I'll be an a-hole this playthrough.
I always thought better.
And you were wrong. There's always more dark than light. They're already heading down my road.
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date knows you'll make a better stand against the World Eaters with the The Jagni tribe is likely to be your primary choice as they seek to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy, as the conflict between the tribes is The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same.
Okay.
The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction, to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world, and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni. He believes the tribe Sifus, Jagni especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one of them a visit and play your part. He believes you share Jagni's view on the world. Regardless, Jagni would welcome someone that had helped them. Another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be?
Okay.
It's a bridge. Just get over it. Cutting edge.
No, that's not.
chop it up. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. That's it. Work your way up. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war or part of the problem. Let's see. Says they're wary of strangers. They're at war. Points out that the Sifu has a tight schedule, but is willing to let you in and find out if he has an open slot. The Jagni tribe wants to become omnipresent and, most importantly, feared. They want to vanquish the tribes, as the only way they can guarantee peace is through supremacy.
So we got 8 off.
The Sifu is determined to let the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life, as it's part of their strategy to cleanse the world and start anew. He welcomes you to the Jagni fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The news of a cold-blooded Ronin crossing the Great Wall through the crack in Bunker 101 preceded you. The wall that separates them from the other side, the wasteland you came from. He guesses the time spent there just left a blank space in your memory, as empty and barren as the wasteland. He understands that sometimes we need to lose ourselves. There's something about your spirit that sparks memory. Sometimes one memory can make another come to life. He hasn't thought about your Muma for ages, even though she taught him a lot. He was one of the original WUNG-FU disciples. There were 6 of them, but the unity fell apart after Lupa Lupin attacked the old village. Soon after, they formed new tribes based on their own values, and when the Blight started, the animosity... The Sifu says it's time... Says fear and hatred is the only path to domination, but you already know that. So embracing that side of you and helping them vanquish the tribes and letting the World Eaters destroy the Tree of Life should be an easy decision. He expected you'd join them. The Sifu was waiting for something to tip the balance in their favor, and with you by their side, he's confident you can vanquish the other tribes. The one he wants to deal with first is the Myriad. The Myriad are too good to be true. They might...
Daps it up, son.
Their kin must put an end to the war before war puts an end. They have no intention of letting this drag out, or they'll run the risk of He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, WUNG-FU and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen. You both share dark thoughts, so they want to wage a war. A war where all that's left tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken. Once you've conquered the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu for control of their territory, tribe weapon, and kin. Your Muma taught each disciple a weapon. She never intended it for hunting, nor war, but lately the art of seeing you brings back his Anyway, you'll pass your old village on your way to the first rival outpost. He can't blame you for not remembering, but he can sense the stillness of something.
Alright. Time to go kill some folks.
Thinks you shouldn't be out in the day when everyone can... Says talking to you was Says it's good to meet a fellow. Hopes to... Claims to have strange things from the dead zone that are so rare they need to be seen to be believed.
Okay.
Says they've...
Okay. We'll need stuff before I start tinkering with that. Be alright.
Figures you like it when the sun goes down. That's your time to play.
I think I requirement on it all.
Wonder what's up there. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurred. Slice the dice. Oh, ouch! Slash and dash. You're armed. Ready for battle again. Rid of the aches and pains. Smirk! Close encounter. Super effective.
Not too bad.
Feeling buff. time is lost on this place, but it evokes...
Just gonna scroll some. Just continue flying.
Let's see. As time passes, memories fade, and sometimes feelings change. It's not about who you were, it's about who you'll become. This story is far from over.
Alright.
Echoes of a long-lost past, like whispers in the wind. Here's someone who takes each day as it comes. He asks how you are today. Then he wants you to know that if you find yourself going through bad... He wonders where you've been. He hopes you've been out at the lake, practicing your swimming technique. He understands WUNG-FU is hard. That's why your Muma only has 6 disciples. Doing just one thing helps you get more... He thinks you should really know how to swim by now. Why not? There's no better...
I knew it. You can swim off.
He says that wasn't too bad, was it? He says a feeling that you're going to drown is a great... But you need practice. Lots of practice. You need to rely on those who... You just need more time in the surf. That's the only way you'll ever learn how to swim. He knows that. Judging by your Muma's look, it seems you forgot something. You promised you'd train with her before the sun goes down. It's time to go. The dedication to training is important. You should know, practice makes perfect. As long as it doesn't kill you, it'll...
Man, they hold
She'll
others.
see you at the village
Mama
square.
gonna whoop that ass.
Here's another familiar face with lots on his mind. Asks how you're feeling today. His only interest when creating is that what he comes up with is actually useful. He was hoping you could help him pick up some scrap for a thingamajig he's working on. It's your own future you're risking by not caring for the end. You should look for things that are recycled.
What?
He wonders what usefulness you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left... He can work wonders with almost anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. You did well, but he can't help but wonder why you decided to craft a weapon. He understands, but hopes you won't be needing it anytime soon. He thinks mastering the 6 weapon styles of WUNG-FU. It looks like she's starting to lose her patience. You know she doesn't like waiting for you. She wants to see you on the village square right away. Then you've got to... She wants you to grow up and start thinking for yourself. You really need to find yourself before she's gone. You've always followed your own path, but this time she needs you to follow her. She worries about you. They look determined. Better watch out. He asks you to stop right there and wonders where you think you're going. He says that it's not too late for you to turn back, though. There's no way they'll let you pass. He wants to know who you think you are. You'll have to face pain at some point. He offers to help you get it over with.
What? Clicking the button.
She asks if you're hurt. What happened? She's there for all disciples. That's her commitment. The most important thing. It's time to focus on your training now. She suggests that here's someone close to heart, doing what he does best. Seeing you always puts a smile on your Popsy's face. He wants to know how you're feeling. Training with Muma will make you feel better. He asks if you could help him too before you leave for training. He'll talk to her, sure, but you know she wants you to accept responsibility for... He's curious to see what you found. He says whatever it is, it shouldn't be left. He can work wonders with pretty much anything and asks if you know how to upcycle. He says The style might be too edgy for his taste, but it looks sharp on you. Agrees. You should take it with you. Wear it to practice. He's looking forward to... Your Muma says it's about time you got here. Hopes you're as ready as... She says she is eager to get started. But there's enough time left for repetition, and you need it. Training dummies don't hit back. Wants you to prove that with some practice first. Your Muma says you did well today. She's so proud of you. Thanks you for being such a... Been working on a present for you, with the help of Gizmo and... You should go see him and find out what it is. That's why you should be sure... Catchy. Your Muma says she's never seen an apparatus as green as this little thing. It's wonderful. A piece of Scraptronics like this has built-in old-world tech. It's called an automaton, and it's hardwired to your DNA. You should think of it as what... Your Muma says you look tired. No wonder. It's been a long day. She's so happy you... Rest, and you'll find strength for tomorrow.
Okay. Let's wake up from my little dream.
Nothing could stop Lupa from setting the world on fire. Your Muma urges you to blaze a trail. A burnt kidling will learn to dread fire.
Oops.
Give it a last burst and you'll make it. Your Muma says this is it. The time has come. She must fight Lupa Lupin. This time there's no escape. She can hear him coming. Lupa Lupin is a problem older than... She tells you to stay back. This is her fight. It has nothing to do with you. History has... Here it comes. The past coming to haunt the present. You must go through fire and water to make it out of here. Your Muma says you can make it if you believe in it. Where she goes, you go. Blood is thicker than water. You're in deep surf. Don't make waves. The surf goes where it wants to go. It'll take you to the shore as long as you go with the flow.
Okay. I'm retarded with this.
Death is not to be feared by one who has lived life with a pure heart. A part of her will live on in you. The creature is hungry for more. Nothing is going to stand in its way now. If a sacrifice is made for someone else, it's not lost, but passed on to the next. Life must go on. Real sacrifice comes from love and necessity, when all other options are exhausted. The ultimate test of conscience is the willingness to give up anything to save what you truly care about. What you do for yourself dies with you. What you do for your kin remains and makes you immortal in their memory. As the moment fades and is lost, the only thing that remains is loneliness. It doesn't mean you'll forget your past. It simply means you need to move on. The tribe's caught a fluffy hulk. Better watch out, it's no pet. They couldn't keep it down. Fluff hulk's on the loose.
Maybe better dog.
Half your health. Ready to take on the world.
button to dodge.
You might want to fall back.
It's not dodging.
Right in the face. A smart foe would leave.
No.
Refreshing. Hot metal. It was harder than expected to take down. They've received news a rogue. You should hurry there and help them storm the out.